Whether you're just a hobbyist repairer or a fully established repair business, you're likely missing out on this additional revenue stream, and instead literally throwing hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in the bin. Hi guys, welcome back to another Hugh video. In this video, we're going to be discussing phone display buyback services. If you've watched some of my repair videos, you may have heard me talk about or use refurbished displays. These displays are original screens that have been cracked. As part of the refurbishment process, the damaged glass is removed and a new piece is installed, essentially creating a new original screen. With most manufacturers not selling parts to third-party repairers, these screens come as close as you can usually get to a new original display. But for companies to refurbish screens, they first need broken ones, and that's where these buyback services come in. While a cracked screen is unappealing to an end user, for you, it can be a goldmine. I made $179.30 from just 5 of these cracked screens. 5 screens that were stored away in a box, something most people would just throw away after the repair. Of course, the amount you would receive depends on the company you use, the model of the device, demand, and condition of the cracked screen. It's important to understand what can and cannot be refurbished. After all, broken items are not worth as much as a working one. And of course, if there's damage to the lower layers, such as the display's image itself, it's not usually accepted. If you take this Note 10 screen for example, it's got cracked glass, but the OLED underneath is also damaged, which would in turn make it ineligible for one of these programs. I constantly see one eBay seller trying to sell obliterated screens for absurd prices. A screen with a damaged OLED is something you throw away. It's not something you try and sell on eBay for $135. It can't be refurbished, saved, or used in any way. There are many companies out there offering to buy broken displays, so you'll need to do your own research on what one will work best for you in your country. Here in Australia, I used a company called Crazy Parts. They didn't sponsor or endorse anything in this video, it's just who I used for this process. They offered buyback for a lot of popular smartphones. On the iPhone side of things, prices range from $2 to $200 per screen and $8 to $180 for Samsung displays. Anything with an LCD is practically worthless unless you have a large volume to trade in. But prices jump significantly with OLED displays, and that's where you're likely to make the most amount of money. It's important to understand that not all broken displays qualify for these programs. Each company will have some form of a guide on what they do and don't accept. For this particular company, touch issues, heavy burn-in, or other damage to the OLED and LCD are considered ineligible. I submitted several iPhone and Samsung screens that came from previous repairs that I believe still worked. It took about 2 weeks to hear back and receive the report. Out of the 9 I submitted, 4 were deemed no good. While I didn't test any of these screens before shipping them, I do only keep working displays. So maybe I just missed something or they got damaged in shipping. Thankfully though, they were all the low value iPhone displays. Out of the 5 accepted, I had an iPhone 6s, 10, 10s, as well as a Galaxy S7 Edge and S9 Plus display. The S9 was classed as A grade and I received a generous $80. That's quite good for a smashed screen. Some of the other displays though were only classed as B grade, so I received less money for them. Overall, with my membership bonus of 10%, I received $179.30 or $163 without the bonus. Even as just a hobbyist repairer, I was able to recoup a bit of money that I can put towards purchasing more phone parts. If you're running a business, this could be a game changer. If you repair 1 phone per hour and work from 9 till 17, that's 8 phones per day. If they're iPhones with working OLED displays, based on current prices offered, you could receive between $440 to $1,600 per day worth of screens. Of course, this isn't financial advice, so of course do your own research before using a service like this. But personally, I think this is a great way of subsidizing the cost of new displays. If you're a business, this might be a way to give a customer a $10 or $15 discount with a screen you can trade in, or just to provide yourself with an additional revenue stream. So using a buyback service can benefit the customer, yourself, the refurbishing company, and the environment. It's really a winning system for everyone. The two downsides I found with the service I used is that you're only paid in-store credit, and the provided report doesn't state why a particular screen was rejected. They do provide the option to have the rejected screens shipped back to you, although I didn't opt for that as I didn't particularly care about the displays I was sending in. Please keep in mind that this video was created using one experience with one company. If you're looking to do this yourself, make sure you do the appropriate research, look at what they do and don't accept, and the reviews of their service. If you've used a buyback service, let people know your experience in the comments. And have you been throwing away displays that you could have sold? Personally, I've always tended to keep the working screens for testing, but it's great to get some money for my excess parts. And on that note, this has been a Hugh Jeffries video. If you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button and consider checking out the repair tips playlist for more videos just like this one. And if you're looking for any used devices, check out my online store, link for which is down in the description. That's all for this video, and I'll catch you guys next time.